Hey Daph, have you seen this show on ITV called Primeval? No, what's it about? Oh, well, it's really cool. There's these time portals that let through prehistoric animals, but no dinosaurs. There's a boy who gets attacked in his bed by a gorgonopsid, and a mosasaurus eats a guy off the diving board, and there's dodos. Wow, that sounds great. I'll be sure to catch it when it's on TV tomorrow.
Episode 4 was the first episode of Primeval I ever watched, and on rewatching it I'm not entirely sure why I kept going with the series. Episode 4 attempts to deviate from the usual Freak of the Week formula that Primeval uses, but unfortunately it deviates rather too far from that formula. As you can imagine, this wasn't a great first impression, and to demonstrate this I have used my own anomaly to get my 8-year-old self to help me review this episode.
Why do all the dinosaurs have feathers? Why does Spinosaurus have tiny legs? Why does Deinonychus look like a giant duck? What the hell is
Dear,
it?
I've got to explain a couple of things first. As per usual, we start off with the routine creature on the loose, this time hiding in a toilet in a block of flats. Meanwhile, at the Home Office, the recently captured Helen is being taken in for questioning. Why do they have a desk that turns on like that? Ben Miller is trying to find out everything she knows about the anomalies, but unsurprisingly she isn't cooperating.
I'll tell you one thing. You're the spitting image of a Utah raptor I once met in the Jurassic.
You could have said Utah raptor from the Cretaceous, or you could have picked any number of Jurassic theropods, but you had to say it wrong!
We've got another one in a block of flats in the city centre.
Who are these guys?
Those are our main characters.
Oh, I guess I was just supposed to know that.
Well, you would if you'd watched the previous 3 episodes.
You ready? Relax, everyone, it's only a python.
How do the team decide which creature sightings to investigate? They can't investigate every animal sighting, and on the flip side, couldn't Wildlife Aid go to pick up a badger that turns out to be a gobiconodon, or go to pick up a deer trapped in a fence that turns out to be a Syndioceras, or pick up some baby pigeons that actually turn out to be baby dodos? I mean, they haven't really thought this through, have they? Helen, of course, knew it wasn't another anomaly, so Claudia and Ben decide to hit her with the old good cop, bad detective inspector routine.
At the end of the day, this is about something very simple. Saving lives. So if you know anything at all, just tell us.
You know, I have the power to make your life extremely unpleasant.
It isn't working very well, so they decide to call in Scottish Cop.
Tell me what you know.
Unless you act within the next few hours, the pride of sabre-toothed killers will be rampaging through central London.
Yay, Smilodons!
Don't get your hopes up too much, kid. Meanwhile, back at the apartment, Stephen is oddly squeamish about snakes, and Connor asks Abby if he can sleep over at hers. Connor's friends drop him off, but they put an alien keyring on his bag that they used to track him with. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm fast-forwarding until we see some Smilodons.
No, but you might miss something important.
I want to see some Smilodons!
Ugh, fine!
Smilodon. Its literal meaning is knife tooth. They're up to 3 meters long. They have saber teeth. They hunt in packs. They're ruthless predators. Now, according to Helen, a large pride has established its territory near an anomaly, and it's only a matter of time before they find their way through.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see some Smilodons.
However, Helen won't tell them where the anomaly is and instead wants to lead them there. She takes them to the kitchens of a football ground.
In there.
Yep. In there.
Well, area secured, job done.
Connor?
Ah, they finally found something useful for Connor to do. The custodian of the compass.
What if the cats have already come through? They could be right behind that door.
So why open it at all?
You're bluffing.
Try me.
Stephen.
You think she's bluffing, but you still want Stephen to open the door for you? Who let Helen carry a knife? And how is a knife supposed to go through a chain? So they manage to open the steel doors, but there's an incredible magnetic force pulling metal objects in the kitchen towards the anomaly. Outside the stadium, Connor's friends are spying from the car park. Connor finds some meat pies, and Helen tells them they need to hurriedly get them out of the way of the anomaly so as not to attract the big cats. It turns out it's all a diversion so that she can escape through the anomaly. Captain Soldierman and Stephen chase after her, but they find themselves in an anomaly spaghetti junction.
What's that all about?
Well, I don't think we ever find out in any of the 5 series.
Let me guess. Not one saber-toothed cat in sight.
Not even a kitten.
What the fluff? This is such a fishing rip-off.
Don't lose patience yet, Edaf Jr. The anomaly still has one more surprise in store.
Yay, dodos!
Now count the number of dodos that come through the anomaly, okay? Okay, 5, right? There are also 5 in this scene here. Now, 1 eats Connor's keyring and gets kidnapped by his stupid friends.
Turn Connor into a turkey.
Stephen manages to catch one under a bin, while Cutter shoos another one into a first aid room.
They're great.
I have to agree with you there, Cutter. The dodos really are the best looking animals in Primeval. They don't have to be cutesied up like the Salurosaurus. Neither do they have to be turned into monsters like pretty much every other animal. They're also accurate in that they are not morbidly obese, and Abby's also got the facts right.
They're not stupid, just trusting. It's not their fault they became extinct. Is that the lot?
That's it.
Well, no, that's only 3. Mislaying 1 dodo is a simple mistake, but mislaying 2 is just careless. So 1 dodo gets kidnapped by the idiots, they send 1 back, then another,
Professor, we have a dodo down.
and then they find 1 that's dead. So what happened to the 5th dodo? Nick, Stephen and Abby take the dodo back to the lab for an autopsy. A large tapeworm comes out of its mouth and chases Abby across the room. However, outside of its host, it dies quickly. Meanwhile, the 2 idiots are discussing what they're going to do with their discovery. The dodo, on the other hand, would much rather destroy everything.
What's it say about behaviour?
The dodo was renowned for being slow, stupid, and harmless.
The dodo objects to this description and bites tall ginger idiot. Cutter explains that the parasite enters the host via a bite. It grows inside the host, causes it to bite something else, and then they both die. The parasite starts to take hold of Ginger Idiot, who almost bites Glasses Idiot, who runs off to tell Connor what's happened. Connor calls in the team, who investigate the house, but it turns out the Ginger Idiot has already left. The dodo is still there though, but it's dead. And that's the last we see of any extinct animal in this episode.
Wait, that's really the last we see of any extinct animal in this episode?
Well, other than seeing the dodo's corpse a few more times, yep, that's pretty much it.
But this episode still has 20 more minutes to go!
Alright, how about I make this as brief as possible? The Ginger Idiot goes to a hospital, starts feeling really sick, and then notices a parasite crawling inside of him. Ben Miller, of course, blames Helen.
Who knows what Helen's capable of?
Killing her husband, maybe? Ginger Idiot has an MRI scan. The doctor explains that he has a parasite that needs to be removed. The doctor shines a bright light in his eyes. The doctor gets bitten. He then decides to find proof of what happened to him by tracking down the dodo. The team go to talk to the doctor.
There must be a vaccine or something.
Vaccine won't work once you've been infected. You should know that. You're a doctor.
Our only hope is to have it surgically removed before it gets too advanced.
And then they just leave without making sure that the situation's been contained and that the doctor's under surgery. And we never find out what happens to the doctor, although we can assume that he doesn't bite anyone else. So for some reason Abby is dissecting this dodo in a makeshift lab at Cutter's place, rather than the high security home office lab they used last time. Because plot.
Why does a parasite make my voice so deep?
So the team finally work out where Tom's going.
That's why we put the transmitter on you.
Because that's how you found the dodo, right?
It's on your bag, inside Roswell. Tom modified the sat-nav on his palm top.
If Tom wants answers, he's going to follow the transmitter. He's coming to you.
No, not quite. The dodo swallowed it.
Transmitter's inside the dodo.
Yeah.
And the dodo's with Abby.
Abby tells Tom that she can show him where the dodo came from. So they're already at the football ground by the time that Cutter and the team make it back to the lab. But what do you know, when they get there, the anomaly's disappeared, and someone's angry.
I can take it.
What you say? That you only meant when.
Of course, what actually happens is Connor manages to talk him out of it by reminding him of all the good times they've had together.
They tried to take me over, but I fought them gone. You did a really good job.
Well, except for the time you bit the doctor, cut off all contact from everyone else, and then kidnapped Abby. The episode finishes with Cutter convincing Connor that he needs to stay on the team for his vital skills in holding a compass. It's pretty much unanimously agreed upon in the Primeval fandom that episode 4 is the worst episode in series 1. The dodos are neat, but that's about it. I really don't know why I kept watching after this episode.
Isn't it obvious?
Pterodactyloid pterosaur. How the hell do we cordon off the sky?
Oh, yeah, that's why.